Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my group consisting of me, Adrian,
me, Aris,
me, Iman. Today we are going to show our digital portfolio, which is the critical analysis of drama text for young learners.
So first, let's look at the introduction. So in this e-portfolio, we will compare two drama types for that suitable for young learners, which is The Lion, The Witch and The Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, and Matilda the Musical, adapted from Roald Dahl novels. Although these two texts came from different genres, where The Lion, The Witch and The Wardrobe being a fantasy adventure, and the other one is comedy and family drama. These two drama texts share similar educational purposes, where they teach important values such as courage, justice, and resilience, while also capturing children's imagination and emotions. In this analysis, we will explore literacy elements like theme, characters, plot, setting, diction, and figurative language through the lens of reader responsive theory, which views reading as a personal interaction between the reader and the text. By studying these two stories, this portfolio will highlight how literature helps young learners develop creativity, empathy, and moral understanding through both imaginative and real-life experiences. So next, let's move on to the drama text one.
We will move to the first drama text. The first drama text is the story, which is The Lion, The Witch and The Wardrobe. The genre of the story is fantasy and adventure, and its author adapted by C.S. Lewis. The synopsis of the story starts with four siblings, which is Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy, where they discover a magical wardrobe leading to Narnia, a land ruled by the tyrannical White Witch. They collaborate with Aslan the Lion to defeat the witch and restore natural order. So we're gonna go through the literary elements analysis of this story. So first of all, for the theme, the central theme of this story includes morality, courage and redemption, with ethical dilemmas presented through Edmund's betrayal and eventual transformation by Hall 2021. For the characters embody archetypal roles. For example, Lucy as the moral compass, Edmund as the flawed human in need of redemption, and Aslan as the representation of sacrificial leadership. These characters construct facilitate learner identification and moral reasoning. Then we're going to move on to the plot structure. Narrative follows a classical hero's journey with exposition, rising action, climax, and resolution, providing a scaffold for learners to understand cause-effect relationship and narrative cohesion. For the setting, the contrast between mundane London and magical Narnia highlight the journey from ordinary experience to extraordinary moral and imaginative exploration. And for action and figurative language, it is descriptive, figurative language, and symbolic elements. For example, Aslan as rich figure will enhance aesthetic engagement, supporting both effort and aesthetic reading stances. And then, for the last, we're going to go through the effort reading and the aesthetic reading. First, we're going to see the effort reading. So, the story gives readers clear takeaways about moral values such as bravery, honesty, sacrifice, and the difference between good and evil, which they can apply to real-life understanding. And for the aesthetic reading, the story allows readers to emotionally experience the magic of Narnia, its wonder, tension, characters' feeling, and the atmosphere of the world as if they are journeying through it themselves. And last but not least, we're going to see the reader response application. So by using the reader response theory, learners actively construct meaning by connecting textual events with personal experiences of justice, fear, and courage. The aesthetic stance allows immersion in fantastical elements, while the afferent stance encourages reflection on ethical principles. The children can articulate personal interpretations of moral choices, fostering empathy and ethical cognition. And that's it for drama text 1. We're going to move to drama text 2 by Iman.
Okay, so for our second drama of the day, we move on to Matilda, the musical. Next. So what is the story about? The genre of the story is comedy or family drama. It is adapted by the author Roald Dahl, and the synopsis follows a story about a girl named Matilda Wongwood, a brilliant and imaginative child who tries to confront injustice from her neglectful parents and the cruel headmistress, Mr. Trunchbull. Through intellect, courage, and telekinetic powers, Matilda transforms her environment, empowering herself and others to challenge oppression and seek fairness within their world. And now we will move on to the literary elements. First, we have the themes, which is the seeds of change that Matilda tries to implement in the world. The first one is empowerment, education, and justice. Education with transformation. The story also fosters self-efficacy and critical thinking. This is was approved by the philosophy thinker of 2021. And then we'll move on to the character, the moral compass within the story. First, we have Matilda, which teaches us resilience and empathy, and Mrs. Trunchbull, which teaches us power abuse. These both, what this implement in the story is, it discusses emotional intelligence and morality. And for the plot structure and the journey of choices, the intro by the intention, to understand cause and effect and reflection and moral choices within the story. And for the settings, we have school and home environments. It encourages personal connection and reflective interpretation, for example, with students or college students. And then we'll move on to diction and figurative language. So the story implements wordplay, hyperbole, and irony. It teaches critique of injustice, comprehension, and interracial reasoning. Next, we will move on to the reader response application. First, we'll learn about the afferent reading, which is the analysis of the story. It extracts moral and social insights, civics, and ethical awareness. And we have for the aesthetic reading, which means the emotion, which means emotions a reader should feel when reading the story. This delight, empathy, and triumph. It should make them feel empowered with their effective learning. And next, personal connection. My personal connection with the story. It deepens comprehensions and motivates reflection within myself and with the world around me. Next, we move on to critical reflection. The story implements dual styles, meaning it implements afferent and aesthetic reading. It enhances the reader's enjoyment, mental collective literacy, and make a person question the power and resistance within their world. Next, we'll move on to the reader's response. For the reader response within Matilda, Matilda is more than a story. It also serves as an entertainment. It promotes empathy, moral reasoning, and reflective thinking. It also serves as an educational tool, which kids can become change, an authentic, transformative literacy change. And now we move on to our final speaker.
So next we will compare this to drama. So first we look at the genre. So the Lion, the first drama, the genre is fantasy and adventure, and the second drama is comedy and melodrama. So to compare these two genres, where the fantasy genre encourages imagination and moral thinking to the young learners, while the realistic story, which is the Matilda musical, help learners reflect on their real life problems. And next, we look at the themes. So the themes of the first drama is good versus evil, sacrifice, courage, and redemption. And the themes for the second drama is intelligence, resilience, empowerment, and justice. Both of these stories teach positive values and and help learners think about right and wrong through different approaches. And next, we look at the characters. The character in the first drama, you see Peter, Edmund, Susan, Aslan. This character is archetypal heroes and villains who symbolize morality. And next, characters in Matilda the musical is Matilda, Miss Honey, and Miss Lunchbook, where these characters represent courage, wisdom, and oppression. So, both of these drama feature strong protagonists, but Louis leans on archetypal figures, where Dark Rose emphasizes realistic, relatable characters with exaggerated traits for effect. And next, the setting. The setting in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is Narnia, which is a magical and timeless world with forests, castles, and fantastical creatures. And Matilda the musical, which is the Crunching Hall and Matilda's home, where this is realistic yet stylized to exaggerate injustice and humor. The different settings for this drama help learners explore both imaginary adventures and real life situations. For the diction, for the language use, in the first drama, they use formal, descriptive, and literacy, include archaic and elevated vocabulary, and suitable for a timeless fairy tale. Where in Matilda the musical, they use contemporary, playful, and witty, where language is rhythmic, rhythmic, often musical with puns and humor. Both texts use diction to suit audience engagement, where we build a majestic, immersive tone, and doubt creates accessibility, humor, and rhythm. And next, we look at the figurative language and plot. In the first drama, we see frequent use of metaphor, symbolism, and personification. For example, Aslan as Christ figure when taking animals representing moral qualities. Where in Matilda the musical, they often use hyperbole, simile, and playful exaggeration. For example, Miss Lunchbook's villainous acts, Matilda's telekinetic powers to entertain the young learners and convey the character traits. To compare these two dramas, Louis employs figurative language for moral and symbolic depth, and where Dahl emphasizes more to exaggeration and humor to enhance audience engagement and emotional connection. And next, we move on to the plot, where in the first drama, it follows the Pevensie siblings. They entering the Narnia, facing the White Witch, and restoring peace in Narnia. And in the Matilda musical, we follows Matilda's personal journey, where discovering her abilities, overcoming neglect from parents, and defeating Miss Lunchbook through cleverness. Linear with characters to climax. We can see that Louis in the second drama, in the first drama, emphasizes epic adventure, where Dahl emphasizing cleverness and personal agency. These both involve a journey towards resolution and triumph. And next, we look at the aesthetic reading and efferent reading. For the first drama, the narrative evokes wonder and awe through magical creatures in Narnia, enchanted settings, and epic battles. The immersive fantasy world stimulates the young learner's imagination. In Matilda the musical in the drama combines witty dialogue, humorous situation, and engaging songs, where this can create joy, amusement, and empathy for characters. Both of the drama captivate readers or audience emotionally through Louis, where he used suspense and magic, while Dahl used humor, music, and clever storytelling. And next is effort reading. In the first drama, children learn moral lessons about courage, loyalty, justice, and the fight between good and evil. Where in Matilda the musical, children learn about intelligence, resilience, standing up against injustice, and the importance of self-confidence. Both of these dramas impart ethical and practical life lessons, where Louis emphasizes more to heroic and communal values, while Dahl focuses on individual empowerment and clever problem solving. And next, for a conclusion, both The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and Matilda the musical show how a drama can be a strong and meaningful tool for teaching children literature. Using the reader response theory from Rosenberg, learners can share their own feelings, thoughts, and ideas to understand the stories better. By comparing the magical world of Narnia with the real-life challenges faced by Matilda, teachers can help students develop imagination, empathy, and critical thinking. And in the end, both of the stories highlight how reading can shape young learners to become thoughtful, creative, and morally aware individuals. So this is the references.